Ringa Pakia, Uma Tihara Turi Wahati, Hope Hwei Ake, Weiwei Takahia Kia Kino. These are the opening words of the Haka. Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Splat. Now then, today the Haka is the subject of, the Daily Splat. I've just finished watching the New Zealand versus Australia Rugby Union World Cup semi-final, with New Zealand winning 20-6. They're going in through to the final against France next week and should be a good game. But as the game was starting, obviously it's traditional for the New Zealand rugby team to perform the Haka, which is a traditional dance that was performed by the Maori people who inhabited New Zealand before it was colonised. It's often associated with being a war dance, and indeed was used to pump up the warriors before they'd go into a battle and intimidate their opposition. It's not exclusively a war dance, and indeed it's not exclusively a dance for men either. There are actually female versions of the Haka, and also versions that both genders can join in with. It's just that because it's the men's rugby team and now other New Zealand teams that use it, it's generally just associated with being a war thing. And I mean, it is also used in ceremonies between New Zealand dignitaries and people who are visiting their country, or if they're going over there. So it's a pretty impressive thing. I mean, I was watching it, and they were obviously very pumped up for this. It's a semi-final against Australia. You know, they're going to be pumped up, and it was just really impressive. I've seen the Haka before, but they performed it absolutely fantastically, and so I thought I'd do a little bit of research and talk about it. So, what I said before, the Ringa Pakia, all that stuff, is the words that are spoken by the leader of the Haka. They're instructions. So, for example, Ringa Pakia means slap the hands against the thighs, and obviously you'll see other people slapping their hands against the thighs. There's other instructions: puff out the chest, bend the knees, etc. And then there's the bit where they're all chanting and doing all this business and going, ah, and that sort of thing, which is essentially a way of the contorting of the face and the widening of the eyes to show the whites, and the thing with the tongue is supposed to basically just accentuate the whole body. That was the idea with the Haka, they believe, was just to get the whole body pumped up for what they're about to do. So obviously in a war scenario it's pretty useful, but as you can see it's adapted to sport quite well. And then there's this wonderful bit where they all say kamate kamete ka ora, kamate kamate ka ora, which means I die, I live, I live, I die, I live, I live. And then my pronunciation is probably quite poor, so I'm just going to read the rest of the translation. The bit that they're all chanting after they say I die, I live, I live is, "This is the hairy man who caused the sun to shine again for me. Up the ladder, up to the top. The sun shines, he." It's pretty impressive. It's just a really interesting and cool thing, and I just wanted to give you all a little bit of information about it. There you go. The Haka, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I'll be performing it anytime soon, but it was very, very, very cool, and I'm looking forward to the Rugby World Cup final next week. I'm not a massive fan of rugby. I really don't like rugby league, to be honest. Rugby union is all right. I do like the Rugby World Cup though. The games are usually really, really good, and like Wales-France yesterday there was just a lot of it. That was a real war of attrition, whereas I suppose the New Zealand-Australia game, New Zealand just put on a really good technical display. So New Zealand-France in the final next week should be a really good event, and I'm looking forward to seeing it, and of course seeing yet another Haka. Anyway, that is all for today. Join me again in the next couple of days for the next Daily Splat. Until then, bye-bye.